What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I am Alex, and oh boy, what a week we had. We're going to go over a lot of the stuff that happened this week. Obviously, there's things in the title, or some of the things I want to get to, but we also have just everything else. Had Embracer Group buying everything Lord of the Rings. We had the Days Gone stuff that happened today. There was obviously there's a lot of Gamescom and other things like that happened. So if there's anything besides what we're talking about in the title, I'll get to it. There's also an Avatar RPG game that was, I think, leaked last weekend, and then today, actually maybe like half an hour before I went live, the website, like an Avatar website, talked about it, and it's gonna have like Breath of the Wild art style. So I'm very intrigued to see that game because I don't know how great it's going to be, but it comes out November 8th, one day before God of War Ragnarok, and the same day as Skull and Bones, if it's real, of course, but it is real. They saw it. So there was a lot that happened this week. Obviously, it was mainly on Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights had a huge week, continuing the IGN first and showing the skill tree, showing Red Hood. I believe this was the week that they showed, both Red Hoods leveled up. Then they showed the skill tree. We know they're going to Gamescom. Hogwarts Legacy obviously did the Spider, post. They did the ASMR, so we got the summer thing. We know they're going to Gamescom. And, of course, Gamescom 2022 is just a few days away. I cannot wait, truly. And you know what? I was early on this, and I'm going to stick to it. Gamescom this year is going to be awesome. And I said that it could be awesome a few weeks ago, and people were saying, Alex, Jeff Keighley sucks. He hypes things up. He overhypes things. Look, Jeff Keighley is the hype master, okay? He makes a lot of mistakes. His shows are not, every one of them are not, incredible. Some of the worst shows on planet Earth, or ones I've been most disappointed of, have been Jeff Keighley shows. All right, so I know he's capable of being very not good. But last year's Gamescom was awesome. This year's Gamescom, I think, is going to be insane, and it's not even just because of Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, obviously, the group we have is into Hogwarts, but I think Hogwarts obviously is big. Gotham Knights is big, but it's everything else. It's seeing Outlast Trials. It's seeing Sonic. It's seeing the new Tales from the Borderlands game. It's seeing Dead Island 2, Callisto Protocol. I mean, Hogwarts is not going to make Gamescom. I know that's probably controversial because everybody's into Hogwarts, including myself. But Gamescom is going to be incredible. So we'll say hi. I'll answer your questions if you want to talk about anything that happened this week. Few housekeeping things. I will be co-streaming Gamescom. And again, I'm not co-streaming it just because it has Gotham Knights or Hogwarts. I'm co-streaming it because that's what we do here. So I'll be co-streaming it on Tuesday. We're going to go live about an hour before the show. So I think the show starts at, 11 a.m. Pacific or 2 p.m. Eastern. So I will be live 1 hour before then. And we will start, we'll hype it up, we'll talk about it, and then we'll watch the show, which is a 2-hour show. And then right after that, I expect to probably make at least a Gotham Knights video and a Hogwarts Legacy video. Probably the other way around. Hogwarts first, then Gotham Knights. And then if there's something huge that happens that we're not really expecting, maybe I'll do that the Wednesday morning. So I want to cover it, and obviously live streaming it for 3 hours is covering it. But, I want to get videos out as well for you guys. So we'll do that right after Gamescom is over. Again, there'll be a couple on the Tuesday, and then there'll be some on Wednesday morning. Woo! So that should be fun. I really am. Last year's Gamescom was awesome, and it was really, I think it was his best overall show that Jeff has ever done. It didn't have the biggest things that we've ever seen before. That normally is Game Awards. But in terms of consistency and just being a good show, last year's Gamescom, for those that didn't watch it, in my opinion, it was like the best Jeff Keighley show he's ever done in terms of consistency and just it all being good. I loved it. So I'm really hyped for this week or next week. And this is just the start. Is then you have September 9th, obviously, is the Marvel Disney Showcase. It's also D23 is that weekend. That's going to be huge. Obviously, September's got games. October, just, open the floodgates and let it all come out. Then you get into the, late fall, early winter, and once we get into Hogwarts, Gotham Knights, and then you get into Hogwarts and Scream. Then you go into more movies. I mean, next year has a lot of movies that I'm excited to cover and talk about. And I can't make a live stream or video without mentioning Scream. So, all right. Hello, everybody. As always, I try to read all of your comments. yeah, I try to read all your comments. If you have anything pressing, of course, like, like a super chat, just like in an interview, super chats get you to the front of the line. Oh, by the way, talking about live streams and big events, I know I promised a Avengers level Hogwarts Legacy event. It is going very well behind the scenes. I got a surprise for you. And so that's going to be exciting. Look for an announcement very soon. I just have to get a time together. We have a date, and we have the people, and we just now need a time. So that will happen, and I would expect it to be a lot of fun. So let's see. I teared up during the Better Call Saul finale. I was close. I thought I would. I didn't. I thought I would, but I didn't. But it was incredible. I mean, it was incredible. Syraxis, Blake Dragonheart, hello. Watching Ben Snow, Chandler's on his channel. Yeah. He was here. He was here for the Retro Rack and Tour stream, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if he was here for the Avengers, get together. Alex, what's up? Please don't ban me from the chat for saying the word mudblood like Expecto Go. You can say whatever you want. I have one rule, which I think I'm pretty open about, and I've tried to insert it in videos, but I don't want to make it too preachy. But I do want it to be truly my golden rule. If you respect my opinions on something and you respect other people's opinions, you can say literally whatever you want. As long as you're respecting us, they should respect you. That's it. That's my rule. So if you're going to insult me and stuff like that and then say your opinion, well, I don't really need to value that opinion very much, do I? So yeah. Texting my wife. I can't do two things at once. But yeah, I really don't. The amount of people I've banned in my 7 years and my 66,000 subscribers is probably under 25, unless you count bots. Am I really that early today? Yeah, kinda. Hyperion Rex, what's up? No, nobody's banned. Jeff is just passionate. He is. I truly believe Jeff Keighley. I think he does have emotions too, because you can tell. I not a jealousy, but I do think he has a genuine almost hatred for E3 and stuff like that. Probably because of how they've treated him in the past, but the man cares, and I think he really wants what's best, what he believes is best for gaming and people coming together to celebrate gaming in these events. And I just believe he doesn't think E3 and them do it well, and that he believes he does it better. And you can debate whether that's true, but I respect him for that belief. He believes that, and I believe him. You know what I mean? Again, there's plenty of shows that he's done that have sucked, and if I remember the Spike Video Game Awards. If you guys are old enough, you would, which being old means if you're in your mid-20s, you would remember the Spike Video Game Awards. Some of those awards were really good. Some of them were absolutely awful. The worst things ever. Some of the musical performances were the worst I've ever heard in my life. Some years there would just be nothing of interest. Now, I was different back then. I was probably looking for very specific things, and if I didn't get them, I would get upset. But I just remember those shows being god-awful. And ever since he changed it to The Game Awards, I thought he's done a lot better, just in general. KJ Games, what's up? I really hope Gamescom is the start of hype. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I think it is. I don't even think Gamescom is, honestly. I think, was it last week? I'd say the last couple weeks we're back. I can feel it. I can, Twitter is more engaging. There's more things going on. Different places that I look up for news has more things. You can even tell from my videos oh, they're getting views, these kind of any news videos I do, you know what I mean, they're doing well. So I think this is the start. Gamescom will be I agree with you. I think this week and last week were pushes in the right direction, and then Gamescom is that huge push that, okay, we're going to do some incredible things, and then it's not going to stop. And I know I say that quite often. I mean, it'll stop for Christmas, but there's so many games coming out up until December, and then really January, it starts right away. The end of January is Forspoken, Dead Space, and then Hogwarts Legacy. So 3 games within 2 weeks. And at the end of January, early February, then you got Resident Evil, and you probably have Jedi Survivor, and just all. I mean, there's going to be so if games come out next year when they're supposed to, it's going to be great. And you still have like Lord of the Rings Gollum. That could come out around that time. Marvel's Midnight Sun should come out around that time. You just have so many games. Oh, the Ubisoft event, by the way, is in September. The Sony event is still heavily rumored to be in September. It's good. I feel, as you can tell by me not shutting up, I mean, that's kind of the point for these live streams, but by how fast I'm talking, I mean, it's exciting. I feel good. Mainly, well, partially because of like the business of my channel. Like, it's doing better, and I feel better when my livelihood is doing better. But also from like a gamer, like, I'm bored, you know. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm having fun. I'm gonna do like an essay video on that probably next week. And I'm gonna go back and play some other games. I'm gonna play God of War 2018. I'm gonna go back and play Tales from the Borderlands because I haven't played that game since, was it 2016 that game came out? I love that game to death. Tales from the Borderlands is one of the best games ever made. But, you know, I'm going back. I'm going back years, you know, more than half a decade for some of these games to play. So I want new games. Tuesday is that Midnight Fight Express. That's the one made by the one guy, I think. I think Jeff Keighley, remembers, had him on his show multiple times. It's on Game Pass. That looks fun. Saints Row. We'll see. I'm excited for that Midnight Fight Express. And then the week after, August 30th, is Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. That game looks awesome. And then you have The Last of Us. So it's going to be just, this was the start. It's going to be nuts. Sonic. Hey, Sonic is a game that is releasing, you know. Do I think we'll get Suicide Squad Killer Justice League release date this year? Man, depends on when we see it. I honestly would say, I'll say no. And I'll say no probably because if you're looking at Hogwarts and you're looking at Gotham Knights, you don't want to, as we've all talked about, if you're going to give a release date, you should probably be pretty confident. I think people are very sick and tired, rightfully so. People are sick and tired of developers giving dates. And we get that there's reasons why games are delayed, but I think people are sick and tired of getting a date for a game and then the game gets moved. Give the date when you feel like you're ready for it, and that's it. And, you know, because you got Gotham Knights at the end of October, Hogwarts in beginning of February, I don't think we'll hear about Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad could be at, like, the Game Awards, but I don't even know when the next time you'd see Suicide Squad is. And I don't think, there is no DC Phantom this year, right? They canceled that, so that's not happening. Saints Row, yep. Saints Row and Midnight Fight Express the same day. Callisto Protocol, we're going to go through like a death row in a good way of horror games. You know, I was going to say Saints Row. Callisto Protocol, Resident Evil, Dead Space. There's a lot. I know isn't there like one marquee game I'm probably forgetting? There's a lot of really good horror stuff coming out that I am excited for. I predict they'll announce Batman Arkham Origins Remastered. Oh, man, I wish. There's a Talon behind me. Oh, they would have killed me by now because I'm so far behind. Sup, man? How you doing? I'm doing good, Blade Dragonheart. How about you, buddy? Gamescom is Tuesday. I probably already said it, Alex. Gamescom's Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be live an hour before. So convert that to your local time zone, and then I will be live streaming. I can't wait. Marvel's Reporter, thank you, buddy. If we do see Wolverine at D23, all I expect is a CGI trailer. Yeah, Wolverine and Spider-Man 2 are very hard to predict because as likely as they are to be at the Marvel Disney Showcase, you can make the point that they would just show up at a Sony thing. You know what I mean? The good news, the consolation prize that I always talk about is no matter what, I think we'll get it, right? No matter what, if it's not at... I can't imagine, specifically Spider-Man, maybe Wolverine they skip. I wouldn't be shocked if we didn't see Wolverine this year. I really wouldn't. But I would be shocked if they did a Sony huge event in September and they did not show at all Spider-Man 2. I don't really know if I expect a release date. In fact, let me take that back. I don't expect a release date. I think you don't want to give a release date a year out. That probably is not going to work. So, I'd be shocked, though, if we didn't get Spider-Man. Wolverine is tough. Trailer. I mean, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think we'll see Wolverine? It's the same thing for, like, Jedi Survivor. Like, I think we could see Jedi Survivor at Gamescom, but also it makes a lot of sense to show up at, what am I thinking? Marvel, the Marvel Disney Showcase, or Disney Marvel goes that way, because that's the most, that just is, you're showing Star Wars things anyway, so it makes the most sense to do that. Calum, what's up, buddy? Mudbloods, sup, bro? 23rd, treat people the way you want to be treated. Yeah, I mean, it's an age-old saying, and that's why, you know, when I make videos about like game journalists and stuff, like the way I come at it is like I already, the way I come at going at game journalists is I believe they've already taken their gloves off against me, not necessarily me in particular, but gaming journalists, the ones I go after, hate gamers or hate YouTubers, more specifically even for like me. So for the most part, I try to keep that very much in mind when I'm going after somebody or if I criticize somebody. And I've said this before, and I do believe this, like I don't try to burn bridges with anybody, any creator, anything. I'm pretty much fine with until they come after me or something, you know what I mean? And I've even said a long-standing rant of mine, which I won't bore you with too much. You know, people talk about clickbait. The internet is fully right? We can all agree. Like, everything on the internet is clickbait because you want to click on it. But I don't think, honestly, I'm even close to being like a big clickbaiter. I think I was a little bit more years ago, but I've definitely toned it down. And I would say if there's a spectrum, I'm on the low end. But for the most part, I keep my thoughts on other people's clickbait up here. Like, I'll maybe be upset about it. I'll be like, oh, that's stupid. I'll think about it up here, but I won't say anything. It's only until people tell me that I'm clickbaiting, and then I'll say, are you nuts? Because there are some of the worst people I've ever seen in my life that clickbait, and I wouldn't name them, but I would say, like, there's many worse people than me that clickbait. So, but, you know, why do I say that? Again, that's just a general thing with me as I've learned on YouTube over this many years. If you're fine with me, I'll be fine with you. If you attack me and you start it, and I really don't think I start anything in videos. Like, yeah, I'll have hot takes or controversial takes of if I like a game, which I know is just a very hot take, or not like a game. But I'm not insulting you. Now, if you insult me in the comments, right, and it's like, well, you've done that. I didn't do anything in the video, so now you are not respecting what I'm saying. One of the main examples of this was The Last of Us Part 2. I think I was one of the most fair people on the internet. I wasn't very big, but I was one of the most fair people on the internet when it came to The Last of Us Part 2. I had just as many comments of people saying they loved the game as people saying they hated the game. And they would comment on my videos, and I would say, you're good. Like, you could hate the game as much as you want. You could love the game as much as you want. I don't care. As long as you understand where I'm coming from or you're fine with it, I'm fine with you. So that was a long rant, but the views are actually going up for this live stream, so maybe you guys like more philosophical talks. Yeah, I've not watched She-Hulk yet. One of my friends said that he loved it. I've seen a lot of bad things about it. I've seen some of the clips from it that don't look good, so I don't really know where I stand. I'll probably just let She-Hulk finish, and then I'll watch it if people have said good things about it. I don't know. Let's see. What do you think Unknown Worlds will show? Is that the oh god, you're gonna expose my, I can't know everything. I can't know every question. Is that's not the one of Subnautica, is it? The Subnautica developers, whoever they are, you know, I'm very excited for their game because Subnautica is a great game, and I think it's like sci-fi or whatever Jeff said. But I don't know who Unknown Worlds. Oh god, just educate me, really. Give me like a game or two from them, and I'll be good. The show's gonna be epic. I believe so. It's not necessarily gonna be epic in terms of new announcements. I think people may be disappointed there, but yeah. I don't know. Can't believe we're getting Respawn and Rocksteady game in the same year. I must be dreaming. Well, again, if games release next year, we could be getting a lot of games from developers that you wouldn't normally think overlap. You know what I mean? If things just freaking go as planned, could we get Knights of the Old Republic remake one day? Could we get the Wonder Woman open world game? I mean, let's go. There's so many amazing potential games out there, and sure, they're not all gonna hit, but I want to try them. Arkham Origins Remastered would be dope. Yeah, I agree. GTA 6 news maybe, but ain't gonna home. Yeah, I think GTA 6 makes sense for the Game Awards. That's my long-standing thing. I want Days Gone 2, not a movie. Agreed. I made a video. I put this in the title. We can talk about Days Gone if you guys want me to, but I made a video specifically for it that'll go up tomorrow morning where I kind of rant about it. It is the dumbest. again, straight shot, not at you guys, the audience. I'm going after Sony here. The decision making to make a Days Gone movie makes no sense. 0 sense. You don't allow them to make a second game, but you make a movie off of a franchise that is one game that you deemed to not be worthy of having a sequel, and you said no to it. And what? Why would you do that? I don't understand why that's a movie. You can't trust those Hufflepuffs. Hey, people told me, people thought that I was a Hufflepuff, I think, until I said it. Gmail is down. Oh, no. Well, I don't think it's down. I just got an email like 3 minutes ago on my phone. Is it down? It's not the worst thing in the world for Google to be down. Well, for YouTube, I guess, right? Thanks to all your videos. I'm already hyped for Gamescom and the future games till 2023. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm a hype machine. You know, for all the people that say that I hate that notion, is that the right word? That opinion of me that I hate everything. You know, I've made fun of that. Like it's a joke to me. It's not that many people that ever said it. Like it was maybe like a handful of people, but they would always say it. But really, I mean, who can really say at this point that I hate? You know what I mean? Oh, Alex is just hating everything again. I love so many games. Did you guys see? I made a video on my second channel, Podcast Now Plus. If you guys go subscribe there, would be helpful. But I made a video on the Kena Bridge of Spirits DLC. Oh man, I can't wait for that. That looks awesome. If you guys played Kena, which I've talked about that for years. That game, the DLC or the 1 year anniversary update looks sick. So I made a whole video on everything that's happening with it. Go watch it if you guys want. But that's gonna be fun. Suicide Squad and Jedi Survivor are my main games I want next year. It's a good tandem. A bit off topic, but are you going to watch The Walking Dead's final episodes? And did you see the Comic-Con? I did see the Comic-Con trailer, and I don't know if I'll watch the fight. Well, I watch clips and stuff online of Walking Dead, so I haven't watched episodes in a couple years, but I've watched. I know what's going on and all that stuff. I even watched parts of the first Tales of The Walking Dead. I watched part of that, but I keep up on Fear. I keep up on Walking Dead. I just watch clips. So yeah. Hey, Sam Ransom. Let's get them likes up, my fellow rank of Death Eaters. Yes, leave a like. That definitely helps. Helps the algorithm. How do you feel about Death Stranding being part of Game Pass? It's great. It's great. It's not really... obviously, the biggest deal with Death Stranding, right, is that it's Sony-owned. It's a Sony-owned game that's coming to Game Pass. And you think of, like, MLB. That did it. But also, like, Death Stranding was on PC. Like, it's been on PC for a while, and it's but now it's like on Game Pass. So, you know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It enhances, or like it gives a bigger audience to play it. You know, more people that play the game, the better. Sony makes out good because Microsoft had to have paid them for that. You get people that see the game more. Death Stranding becomes more popular. It helps Game Pass because it's just another game to add. You know, like everybody wins. It's an easy win. I don't really get mad at those kind of things, honestly. Which I don't think you're accusing me of. I'm just saying. I'm probably gonna get back into Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh man, what a game! I'll replay 3 as we get closer to 4. I think it's just best to just watch all the cutscenes. At this, like I've played 3, but at this point, like to just re-experience it. I'm probably just going to watch the cutscenes again, which I do actually. I go back every now and then. Will a new Civilization game be announced? Oh, is that who they are? Maybe. You know, there's that game Humankind, which is a sim game like Civilization that is coming to Game Pass and PlayStation. It's coming out on consoles, but it's coming out on Game Pass in, oh God, is it October, November? I've always heard about it. Delays have absolutely rampant recently. It's a shame. Yeah, it's been a messed up 2 years. I think we're finally going to see most of the release dates for the dates in Game Fest or October. I don't know what you were trying to say there. But yeah, I'd be fine if like most of the games we get at Gamescom just end with a date. Just constantly be giving me dates, right? So I can feel good about it. I got mad when I got refunded from Midnight Suns pre-order. Oh yeah, I think somebody told me, Dark Nightmare told me that that happened to him too. I wouldn't, that is not great, but I don't think that has to do with being canceled or anything. So yeah, Spider-Man will be an August to September or October release. Yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 is coming out in September. But like if you show it this September and you say it's coming out next September, again, like delays happen at this point weekly. So I think you just got to be careful with what you say, you know? When's Gamescom? Tuesday. Alex is chill on videos. You don't need to shame for your opinion. Thank you. Yeah, I get that a lot, that I'm chill. Which is odd because I talk very fast and very like energetically and I'm very nasally. But for people to say constantly, I've heard people say chill. Chill is a word that's associated with me, which is weird. But I appreciate it. I think She-Hulk is really good. I hate the stupid messaging, but it's really funny. Yeah, I've seen some of the messaging, which I'm not a fan of. But I'll probably give it a chance. I skipped Miss Marvel like entirely. I don't really care. But like I don't say mean things about it. Like I'm not out there saying, "Oh, She-Hulk's the worst thing," like on Twitter and stuff. You know, if I'm gonna say that, I want to watch it. I'll watch it and say, you know, this is garbage. So yeah. I think Star Wars Jedi Survivor won't release close to Resident Evil 4's remake. I think they're different enough where they should be fine. The Skydance game I think is Fantastic Four. So I think I did that on my second channel. I fully believe at this point, based off of connecting dots with like rumors, that the Amy Hennig Marvel game is most likely a Fantastic Four game, which I won't bore you with details. I did a video, but that should be great. I think, you know, I've talked about like an Iron Man game with Amy Hennig. That I think that makes a lot of sense for her to do that. But also, like Fantastic Four, you got a wide group of characters. You got some like fun characters in there. You got some more serious characters in there. So I think that's really cool to see how she'll play around with the different personalities in that 4-person group. So I like that a lot. I never watch shows until all the episodes in the season release. Oh man, I get that. I get that mentality. I couldn't do that for like a Better Call Saul. Like Better Call Saul, I gotta watch weekly. I just have to. I can't wait till the end. She-Hulk was fun, but Mark Ruffalo is insufferable. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest with you. I just started playing Days Gone. Had no idea they were making a movie. Well, look at that. Good timing. Yeah, I like it. I like Days Gone. I did a essay video on that. I think it's a flawed game. But you know what? I said this to my wife when I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins last night. I looked at her and I said, you know, I was too hard on Days Gone. Because a lot of my complaints with Days Gone, now granted, Days Gone came out like a year and a half after Assassin's Creed Origins, so it's newer, so maybe you can't give it the same like excuses, but Assassin's Creed Origins has a lot of the same problems in my view as Days Gone had. Like the things I criticized Days Gone for, Assassin's Creed Origins also has them. So when I was playing them, I was like, ooh, was I too hard? Are more games like this than I thought? Or is this game kind of flawed? You know, whatever the excuse may be. So, yeah, I like Days Gone. I don't think it's incredible. I think there's a lot of real good things there, and then a lot that they could have fixed for future games. I think they really could have done well. Hey, Alex, you have a channel where you play games playthroughs. Thank you. How do you say your name? Bungaho? Oh, God, I don't want to say that too many times for the YouTube purposes. No, so, I mean, I'm all over the place. This channel used to be Let's Plays. Actually, when this channel first started, it was just Let's Plays. Life is Strange was the first game I ever played on the channel, and I played every, you can go back and look. Tales from the Borderlands, Game of Thrones, a lot of Telltale stuff, actually. Telltale games is what I did, but I haven't done it in a long, long time. Danganronpa I did through live streams. So I don't really have a place for it, but I've considered, you know, I've asked people, what do you want to see? I'm considering even God of War 2018 on Twitch. I have a Twitch account. You can find it in my About tab. If you go to like the About tab, it's there. You know, I want to play God of War 2018 for people, or at least make some videos on it before Ragnarok. I just don't know where to put it because I don't really think playthroughs will do well on either of the channels. Maybe it'll do well on the second channel. I don't really know. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, you at any time, you let me know. And I mean that. I want to make videos that you guys want to watch, and obviously the YouTube algorithm and YouTube gets in the way quite often of what you want to watch because it doesn't show people anything. But if you want to see something or you have nice suggestions of how to change the channel moderately, I'm always game to hear your thoughts. I will always take constructive criticism, or literally just, hey, Alex, have you ever thought about doing this? Or maybe you should try that. I'm game. That Kana DLC is going to be fire. It is. I'm so excited for it. Seeing it again, because it came out of left field this morning, didn't it? It did for me. Like, seeing Kana on Twitter again, and then you see the PlayStation blog, it's like, wow. Number one, I forgot just how beautiful that game looked. Not really. I always knew. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, oh, this is so good to see this game again. And the stuff that they're adding for the DLC for Kana is real good additions to the game. It's not, it's not your classic New Game Plus. It's New Game Plus plus more. What are your opinions on Gotham Knights graphically? So I'm not as down on it as most people are. I don't think it's great. I really don't. But I don't think it's all that bad. I think the city and like the scope is going to be probably better than like the character models and stuff. It's very like pudgy. Like, actually, I think Saints Row kind of looks like that too when it comes to like the character models and how they look. They look like, they can't do emoting very well with like their face. Maybe a Plague Tale, but I think a Plague Tale looks better. But you know what I mean? It's not a massive complaint. It's just when I think of the graphics of the characters of Gotham Knights, I think the Saints Row, and I'm sure I could think of other games if I had time. But I do think the world is going to look pretty okay. I think overall the game looks fine. I don't, like, if I had to rate it, I'd give it like a 5 or 6 out of 10, like very average, like average, just an average looking game. So yeah, that'd be my thoughts. I don't think Gotham Knights is going to live or die on the graphics though, for what it's worth. Not saying they're not important. I don't want to play a game that looks awful, but I feel like if the rest of the game is fine, then the graphics are fine, you know what I mean? It's going to be okay. Cool movies you saw recently. Oh, God. Nothing. I still want to watch freaking Dune. I still haven't seen Top Gun, but Top Gun comes in digital this, is it like Sunday or Monday, right? So I will be watching Top Gun Maverick probably within the next week. And I watched Better Call Saul, the series finale. But other than that, I haven't watched any. I've played Assassin's Creed for a lot of the last little, and I want to play Rollerdrome, that game with the where the rollerblades. I'm gonna play that game next. That'll be my next game, and maybe I'll make a video on it for the second channel. But yeah, I haven't watched much, and honestly, I'm not really into many of the movies. I'm not a movie guy as much as maybe you'd think. Like, I am into movies, but there's just not a lot coming out this year that I'm into. Next year, there's a lot, like Mission Impossible, John Wick Chapter 4, Scream 6. Of course, the Marvel DC stuff I'm always kind of into, but not like massive. So I hope the mystery multiplayer game from Insomniac is MUA, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 4. Is there rumors of PS5? Yeah, I'd like to see that. That'd be fun. I really don't want Insomniac to just be a Marvel cranking machine. I really don't want that. And that could be controversial, but I really don't want that. Embracer Group buying Lord of the Rings is one acquisition to rule them all. Yeah, that one came out of left field too. It's like Embracer Group. I didn't even know they did stuff like that. But we'll see what that leads to, because that should be interesting. I have not seen The Boys. I don't think it's not for me. I just haven't watched it. The Boys and Stranger Things are the two shows I want to get into at some point in my life. I watched Stranger Things season 1. But those are the two shows I want to watch, and then movies, like on the top of my list. If you ever run into me and say, "What are you hoping to watch?" For shows, it would always be Stranger Things and The Boys, and then for movies, it would be Top Gun and Dune, because I still haven't freaking seen Dune. And then once those are gone, then I really don't care too much. There's not that many other movies I care to see. The Kana looks good. Kana looks good. And if you guys miss Kana, please check it out. I was planning to get Thymesia, is that how you say it, hopefully, but don't have the energy for Souls games after Elden Ring. Yeah, I saw that game, and that game looks kind of flawed, but it's a perfect mixture of what, for sure, like a Bloodborne Elden Ring-like thing. I saw gameplay clips of it on Twitter. It looks good, but is it $30? But I think it's very short. Is that the issue with it? I would pick Roller Drum over that if I'm like looking at the indie scene and like figuring out which one I was gonna get. I would get Roller Drum. Ahoy, Alex! Ahoy! Cute doggo. Yeah, they're all over the place. Thanks. Am I gonna play Evil West? Yes, I am. Evil West looks great. Evil West was delayed. Which what else is new? But I am excited for Evil West. I've been excited for Evil West ever since I believe it was shown at Jeff Keighley, some Jeff Keighley show. But I believe he showed off. Do I think Hogwarts Legacy Collector's Edition will be revealed at Gamescom? No. No. I think September is possible, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was even past September, to be honest with you. Your thoughts for Sonic Frontiers? I'm not feeling it. I'll be honest. And again, like I'm not insulting the fans of Sonic or people that like it, that get mad whenever I say I don't like it. That's happened in videos. I really was looking forward to Sonic Frontiers, and I really still think it's less so, but I still think like this is their chance of like a real good modern Sonic game. Like, you know, they got people from the movies, they got people that have been waiting for this. Get a good game out there. And from the first trailer looked good, and then they did the IGN first stuff, and it just, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling how empty the world feels. And I think people that played it actual hands-on did say they liked it, so it could just be the videos. That's why I don't want to fully, dismiss it. The thing with Sonic is, like, it is very much it could be, for me, a casualty of all the games coming out. If that game comes out the same week as God of War, we now have an issue because we now have Avatar, like a Last Airbender game, which could be garbage, but we'll see. Skull and Bones, God of War Ragnarok, and then say Sonic. If those 4 games come out in back-to-back days, because actually they're rumored for November 8th and 9th. So if you get 4 games in 2 days, most people, including myself, have to make some choices. And I can tell you, my choice is God of War Ragnarok the second it becomes available, and Skull and Bones for guilty pleasure and a lot of other reasons because I've covered it for 5 years on the channel. Longest Skull and Bones creator out there. Patting myself on the back. I don't know why I would because it's Skull and Bones. But, I mean, those would be my 2 games. That's what I would get. Avatar The Last Airbender would have to sell me on it. And then Sonic, I would just have to wait. Also, like, you only have so much time in a day. So, like, how am I supposed to play those 4 games at once? Like, literally, I can't even do one thing at once. How am I supposed to do? I can't do it. Now, I could be in a privileged situation where, I mean, maybe I can get, like, maybe I'll get a review code. I've gotten review codes before. Maybe I'll get a review code for 1, 2 out of those 4 games. Maybe not, though. And even that, I mean, maybe I could play the games a few weeks before. But then, like, the week before is the Rose DLC, Bayonetta for Resident Evil, Bayonetta 3, Gotham Knights. A couple days before then is Mario Rabbids and Scorn and Plague Tale and potentially Tales from the Borderlands and potentially Ghostbusters. Like, when am I supposed to play? And again, this is my issue. When am I supposed to play these goddamn games? Why? Slight tangent here, folks. Rant. Why is it that we're getting, no joke, like 15 games within like a 6-week span? Like 15 legitimate games that sure won't be for everybody, but 15 games in a 6-week span. Can we not spread those out any better? Can we not, like, try to spread those out better? And that's after Midnight Suns and Forspoken were delayed out of February, they were delayed out of October. Nuts. I don't know. And now, again, I can probably buy them. I may get them early. Part of my not liking it is because of the channel, because selfishly, like, I want to cover them all in videos, and in order to do that, I have to play them. So, like, it is different potentially for me versus like an average gamer, but I just don't understand why we can't spread games out a little bit better, because I get it for the holiday season, but that's actually kind of pathetic, to be honest with you. So, was that an answer to Sonic? Yes, that's what I first asked. I was asked. See what I can do with questions. You got to be careful which way you steer me. And I'm for you guys. I'm for the people. You steer me the wrong way, it's your fault. It's not my fault. Hey, Alex, I love your vids, and I'm glad I found your channel. Thank you. You keep me up to date on all the news, and you reply to my Twitter DMs. I asked you the advice. Oh, yes, on the story. Yes, good job on that story. You're welcome. Yeah, I try to respond. I've really replaced YouTube comments with Twitter DMs. Like, I try to respond to as many Twitter things as possible, and because I don't respond to as many YouTube. I mean, back in the day, I tried to literally, if you commented on a video, I'd comment back. No matter what you said, I'd comment back. Nowadays, I just literally do not have the time. But it's also, I make like 5 to 6 videos a day. I think people understand. I think people get it. I just don't have the time to look at all the comments every single day. Because if a video gets like 100 comments, well, that's 1 out of the 3 videos a day. Plus, there's like comments from, say, a video like 7 days ago people are leaving comments on. Then there's a video 3 days ago people are leaving comments on. Like, I just can't keep up. And it's not like a me problem. I'm sure every YouTuber, whether they make 100 videos a day or if they have like a big, like Skill Up, who gets like 300,000 views on a video, I doubt he can keep up with all those comments, and that's just one video. So, but thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope the story goes well in terms of what you do with it. I do. You are just really likable, and you bring great topics for everyone. Effing underrated. Thank you. Well, stroking my ego is one of my favorite things to do, especially when other people do it for me. So, no, I appreciate the kind words, and I think we're building a group of people that are understanding. Of course, not everybody. Like, I'm not stupid. Of course, you're going to get people that don't respect other people's opinions and stuff, but I really try to keep kind of that core intact of just hear the other person out. You don't have to like it. And if they go after you for your opinion, well, then, the gloves are off. But, I mean, just respect what somebody else, I always go back to The Last of Us because it's the most divisive game ever. If somebody hates the game and you like the game or vice versa, fine. Like, they shouldn't convince you to change your mind. Otherwise, either they're saying something that's, like, valid or you're not that strong on your opinion. You know what I mean? You're too weak on your side. You can hear people out. Like, it's fine. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And I think we're building that. It took a while, but we're building that. And we're building it with the Scream folks that I make the Scream videos of. They're very understanding of me. They kind of have to be because I've made that very clear to Scream folks. Like, hey, just hear me out, and I'll respect you if you respect me. And it's a little bit harder in gaming because gaming, different age groups and stuff, right? Embracer Group acquired Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. Does this mean there won't be Middle-earth games by Monolith? Yes, I believe that is true. Unless they license out. I believe they lost that. So, yeah. So, after Wonder Woman, Monolith would have to do something. Am I going to watch House of the Dragon? I may, but I really don't know. Do you think Hogwarts Legacy bought themselves more time to announce collector's editions? Yeah. Yeah, I think they have like 2 months. I'd give them wiggle room to do it. I'm a Slytherin? No, I'm a Gryffindor. I mean, I'll play as all the houses. I don't really care, but I did the quiz and I'm a Gryffindor. So I'd love an Iron Man game, to be honest. But yeah, and we should get an Iron Man game from EA. You could always just stream whatever game you want to play on Twitch and upload the video on demand to the second channel. Ooh, yeah. Instead of having to edit it or anything for a video that might not perform well. That is that constructive criticism. That's not even criticism. It's an idea that I very much appreciate, buddy. Thank you. That's a good thought. Just stream it on Twitch and move it over. Wow. Scarecell, what's your real... Because I know who you are. I know you've been here forever. What's your real name? You don't have to give it if you don't want. Just your first name. What's your real name? Honestly, Suicide Squad's graphics are better than Gotham Knights. They are, but I'm not really in love too much with... Well, no, they are. They're pretty good. I don't know if I love them, but they're good. YouTube sometimes is benching for game playthroughs. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like... Well, it depends on who you are. YouTube doesn't like game playthroughs if you don't do game playthroughs. But if it's like extra content on like the weekend or something, I'd be up for letting you guys see it. When will we get a new BioShock game? They're making one right now. So hopefully within the next couple of years. Like 2. To be honest, I feel like Gotham Knights is going to be good. I hope it surprises people. I hope it's a good game. I believe that in my heart. I want it to be good. outside of Hogwarts Legacy, what's your most anticipated game that we know 100% will release? Great question. Plague Tale. Plague Tale Requiem. I have a list. I won't show it to you. Well, I will. You guys won't be able to see it. I have a list right here. I wrote down every game that is coming out or supposed to be coming out. Oh, you can't see it because of the light. All right, you couldn't see it anyway. I wrote down a list of every game that's coming out between August 30th, with Destroy All Humans being the first, all the way till the end of the year. What I'm going to do is, you get a special preview, after Gamescom, because like Outlast Trials could get a release date, and Sonic will get a release date, right? Oh, did I even write Sonic? I don't even think I wrote Sonic. God damn it. So once Gamescom is over, next weekend, it's going to be a big video. And if you guys have noticed, again, not to stroke my own ego, I think I've been doing a better job at editing. I think I've been having more clips being played, jumping around to more things. I think it's being a little bit better on the eyes. Next week, I want to do a video, and it's going to be something along the lines of ranking every game that's still coming out this year, like my most anticipated. I think this list is 20-ish games. So I'm going to do like basically a top 25 list, and it's going to be a long video, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys watch that. And I will ranking. So I will have a least anticipated all the way to most. But I will tell you, Hogwarts. Oh, wait. No, actually that changes things. Hogwarts is in February. God of War is my number 1 this year. And then Plague Tale is my number 2. Easily. I feel very confident in saying Ragnarok easily is my number 1. And Ragnarok was kind of 1A, 1B with Hogwarts Legacy anyway. So Ragnarok is 1, and then a Plague Tale, which could shock people because I don't know how many people have even heard of Plague Tale, but a Plague Tale is number 2. And because that game looks unbelievably good. Unbelievably. And I couldn't say that more times. I could say it more, but any game you were thinking about doing a video specifically for it, even if it's a 2023 or beyond title. Oh, yeah. The thing is, right, I don't know what they're going to be. So if you watched earlier in the live stream, so like I'm going to live stream Gamescom, and then when Gamescom is over, I probably am going to do a video on Hogwarts and Gotham Knights because that's like the 2 big things the channel does, right? But I don't want to like not do it on anything else. Now we're going to get release dates for a lot of stuff, like The Devil in Me will get a release date. And normally on an average day, I would make a video on that. But because, you know what I mean? But I already did a live stream, then I'm doing Hogwarts and Gotham Knights, so I wouldn't do that. If Sonic got a release date Monday, I would do a video on it. You know what I mean? But so like normally I would. Now if he announces like BioShock, then I would do that. Would probably be so. I'm looking honestly for like a big one that's not those. That's not Hogwarts or Gotham Knights or anything we've already heard him say, because we know like Dead Island's gonna be there, and I already made a video on Dead Island. You know what I mean? So if there's like a big game like GTA or a new Xbox game or a new PlayStation game or something like that, if that's the big thing, or even like Elden Ring DLC, maybe I would do another video, and it would be on that thing, and it would probably be Wednesday morning. Tuesday, most likely, you'll get a video in the morning, Gamescom live stream, and then Hogwarts Gotham Knights. That's going to be Tuesday. Then Wednesday will be anything carrying over from Gamescom. And I don't think it's going to stop because, you know, you got games coming out. Saints Row will have some hot takes of Saints Row from people who've played it probably, right? So I'm very excited for this entire upcoming week. And then the week after, like, it's Destroy All Humans. It's not just Destroy All Humans on the 30th, though. Last of Us Part 1 is that Friday, right? 31, 1, 2, 31, 1, 2, Friday. A week today. No, a week today. 2 weeks today. God damn it. So no, that week should be big too, because while I'm not going to get most likely at day 1, you know, there'll be things to talk about, I'm sure. And the reviews for it, I believe, go up. Is it the 30th or 31st? So we'll have the review scores to talk about. I like making videos on review scores. So I'll probably do that. Good question. They have Dark Horse. Yes. I live in a bungalow and have lived in others previously, so my name is exactly what you think in relation to that. Oh, that's hilarious. And in my opinion, playthroughs are so good, and a Hogwarts Legacy one would be, yeah, and people have asked me for Hogwarts. I gotta decide. I gotta decide quick because now we have a date. I can't just keep pushing it down the road. I gotta freaking decide what I'm gonna do. The issue with me versus like a Retro Rack and Tour or any of them, and not to put them, because I'm not putting them down, we're different. And so, like, they could, I think, easily get away with doing a walkthrough or a playthrough of the game because they just cover Hogwarts, and they don't even do it daily, right? Which is fine. I'm not, again, it's not a criticism. It's what they do. For me, there's other games to talk about, and there'll be other things to talk about, and I'll have other videos up. So to do a daily Hogwarts playthrough, plus I'd have to do like theory videos, and we'll probably have that kind of stuff that would go up as well, plus news videos, plus Scream, plus whatever else is going on. I don't know how I'm supposed to do a playthrough. So it's a logistics problem. But we'll see what happens. Do you think if Embracer Group and Tencent partner together, oh my god. I don't like Tencent at all. But yeah, in terms of like what they own and stuff, if they put their minds together, I think they'd be good. I think they'd be a force to be reckoned with. Cute puppies, Alex. Thank you. They're a little cute, or they're little girls is what I meant to say. I'm having like a stroke. The one that you see up there is a little bit chubbier. The one I think she's by the door back there. She's a cutie pie, and she's very skinny. A bit late, and you already answered this, but what do you expect? Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, no problem. Gameplay. I think it'll be gameplay of you leaving the castle at night and what you can do when you leave the castle at night, and you're breaking the rules. That's what I think the center theme of that walkthrough is going to be. That's what I think. The fact that we still don't have a legit Superman game is unacceptable. It is. And Wonder Woman is a step in the right direction. But you think we might get news or trailer for Dragon Age 4? Jeff Keighley loves his BioWare stuff, and he loves Dragon Age in particular. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. So Dragon Age, the rumor is next fall, right? That's a game next fall. Same with Spider-Man and all that. So I think it's only a matter of time until we start to see some Dragon Age stuff coming out, which what makes that even more exciting. Not to put Dragon Age down because I do love Dragon Age, but that means Mass Effect would be right after it, and I love Mass Effect, so that'll be exciting. A Blade game would be great. It would. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 15 games are a lot. Yeah, I think it's more than that, to be honest with you. COD. I don't mention COD. I just don't. I don't want to pretend, because I'm not IGN, and I'm not GameSpot, and I would never want to be some of these companies. But, I like to cover a lot of games. But I also am not afraid of my biasness, and you guys know, kind of what I'm into. So for COD, it's literally just as respectful and simple as I don't care about it. It's not even a game like, say, Need for Speed. Need for Speed would be an iffy game that I would maybe play, maybe not, but I could see myself making a video or two on it. COD, I just will not. Or Fortnite, I just don't do that. It's nothing against those players. And ultimately, I'm losing out on those kind of viewers. So that's my problem. But COD, COD is a legitimate game that's releasing that's going to sell a lot for sure. The worst thing, bro, is that bigger games are terrible, like Gotham Knights, something you do one story playthrough and that's it. You want to farm gear, get maxed out stats. Yeah, some games aren't really made for playthroughs, right? Because you'd want to grind and stuff. You would never, ever want to watch me play Assassin's Creed Origins. I've put 27 hours. Is that maybe a little bit more? I put 27 hours in Assassin's Creed Origins. You would not want to watch me play it because I'm kind of boring. Sometimes I go all in. I just kill everybody. Sometimes I sneak around, and that's a little bit more exciting of not getting caught. I'll do side missions. I'll skip some of the dialogue on some of the side missions because they're boring. And I'm grinding. I'm getting gear. I'm selling gear. You don't want to watch that. People don't want to watch that. The Rad Brad is an elite species. I have great respect for the Rad Brad. He's the godfather of playthroughs. Pokemon has my full attention. Yeah, Pokemon. honestly, I'll probably end up getting both because my wife gets one and then my daughter gets the other. So they have like both sides of it and then they can trade with each other. So we'll probably end up buying both the first day and then both of them will play it. I'm pointing at her room and I'm pointing where my wife normally sits. I feel like Gotham Knights will be like Outriders where you do everything and farm. Yeah. Gotham Knights, I'm going to do a lot. I'll grind and all that stuff. Star Ocean, oh my God. Ragnarok is the only game I'm getting for the rest of the year. Yeah, and I'm not I'm not a fool. I know that to me, I look at this list of 20 games, and when I make the video, and if you guys watch it, you may and I actually want to hear from this. You may watch the video of 20 games coming out this year that I'm anticipating, and you may walk out and say, I'm getting 2 of those. And it's like, wow, like I'm into 20, you're into 2. But that's just the way it is. Like, it is kind of like astounding that people can be so different, but like everybody's life is different. So it's not actually that surprising. But it is like cool to think about that I have a list of 20, but some people may have a list of 3. Some people may have 1. Some people are not getting any game but Hogwarts. Some people are not getting any game but God of War. I could never do that. I just feel like I would get too bored. I feel like I'd be missing out on so many games, which people are, but like also people don't care, which is respectable. You have a life and you want to play God of War Ragnarok. You don't care about Roller Drome. What even is that, right? Like I get that mindset. I don't think I could ever do that, and I never really was. Even, I didn't get a lot of games growing up or even in like my teens. I did not play that many games. I have to wait for like my birthday or Christmas, and then when I started buying games, I'd get them a little bit. I didn't beat a lot of games, but I was very diverse. Even when I was younger, I played a lot of Velocity 2X is one of my favorite games ever. I think that game was probably played by like 100 people. It's an incredible game, and that's a game dating back like 8 years ago. So, Sound Shapes, that game I think was played. Do you guys remember Sound Shapes? Because that game was awesome. It's a lot of comments, that you can't keep up. I can't even keep up in live stream, so how am I supposed to keep up with comments on my videos? I'm waiting to buy Gotham Knights until I finish my backlog of games. Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. I bet Rocksteady devs wouldn't be able to make a game as bad as Gotham Knights even if they wanted to. Again, I'm not like as down on. I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League being like an amazing game. It's still a prove it kind of mode for me. But we'll see. Make another Fear game. That'd be fun. Cringe Tale. Just kidding. Like Plague Tale. I don't think it's cringe, right? I don't think it's cringe. Oh yeah, Little Devil Inside might come out in December. Yep. I'll be waiting. I did not write that down because I also just don't think it's ever gonna come out, so I didn't write it down. But yeah. Best list I've ever seen. Only Light. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I think it makes me look better. I've been doing it recently, the last like 2 weeks, I've been plugging in, because I have like those bright ring lights. I think I talked to you guys about it a few weeks ago. I mean, these are not ring lights, they're like stands. I think I look pretty good, and it looks better than it does in the dark. So hopefully you guys, if you don't like it, just let me know. but nobody's complained, and I was kind of worried about that. Like, will people even notice the light? Will people like it, not like it? Nobody's really said anything, so I just assume that it's fine. What game do you think would win Game of the Year? Elden Ring. Not, I just think that'll win because of obvious reasons. Do you think Telltale Games or Quantic Dream? Telltale will be, but that's because they're promoting The Expanse, which Deck 9 is making for them. So they're not going to be there for, like, Wolf Among Us. I sound like a fellow Ohioan. No, I'm originally from Niagara Falls, New York, so a New York-ish accent. Italian. I use my hands. I move my hands a lot. That's why they're down. You can't really see them. But I go like this quite often, don't I? Like, I'll go like that. Do you think they could show the Quiet Place game? Oh, man, I forgot about that game. I honestly am not very confident that game will be good. But we'll see, though. We will see. That could be a surprise one. What's the worst, most disappointing game of the year? Oh, man. Worst? Well, disappointing, I would say probably like Dying Light 2. It's not a bad game. It just, like I was expecting, and I didn't really get it. I played it. So probably that, but I think a lot of the game, I set my standards or I set my expectations pretty well. I know some people will joke with me that I overhype everything, which is funny because I also thought everybody says I hate everything. But people say like I overhype things. Not really. Maybe that's how they view me because of my voice and stuff. But when I get a game, I feel like I was really excited for Stray, and that game matched where I thought it was going to be. Sifu matched where it was going to be. Horizon matched where, like, all these games matched. I don't set my expectations here, and the games are like that. I just feel like I maybe come across wrong in videos. So I didn't play any game this year that I absolutely hated. I didn't play one game this year that I hated. Trek to Yami was not very good at all, so maybe that game. But it wasn't bad. It just wasn't good, you know? So you had that one. Ghostwire Tokyo, I actually think is underrated. I think Ghostwire Tokyo is better than people say because I did review it and played it. And I don't say that as a biasness. They gave me the code weeks before for that game, and that didn't influence it at all. I actually really liked that game. I'm trying to think. Disappointed. Probably just Dying Light. Dying Light's that game or Lego Star Wars. I like, but it's not like it didn't make an impact on my life like maybe some other people. So maybe that. But again, none of these games are bad. None of them are bad. All right, I'm probably going to wind it down here over the next couple minutes, but we will get to anything you guys still want to talk about. I mean, not all people will do full playthrough. Yeah, Wonder Woman should be awesome. Will you do a Hogwarts Legacy playthrough? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Do you think there would be another Shadow of War game? Probably not. Probably another Lord of the Rings-like game with Embracer, but Monolith I don't think will do it, to be honest with you. I did play 2 Point Campus. It's a good game. I like it quite a bit. I didn't make any videos on it, but I didn't make any videos on 2 Point Campus because I just feel like it came out and nobody on Earth cared in terms of like viewership and stuff. So I just thought maybe it'd be a waste of my time to make a video and then 50 people watch it. Legitimately 50 people, which I appreciate those 50, but it's also kind of weird. So yeah, but I like that game. 2 Point Campus is good. Any advice on getting back to AC Origins? Wanting to play that? Yeah, I'm a diehard of the old games. I don't think Origins is as good as some of the best of the old games. It's so much of a cop out. What are they barking at? It's so much of a cop out. You just gotta go. Like, you just have to keep playing. I do think the game gets better. The story gets really good of Origins towards the second half. And I hate, by the way, pitching games by saying you just have to keep playing and they get better as it goes. Games should be good at the beginning, and there shouldn't be a question. And Origins isn't bad in the beginning, but it's not like amazing. The combat, I think you warm up to as you play it more. The story does legitimately get better the second half of the game. The environments are really good. Bayek is fine. I don't think Bayek's like incredible, but he's like okay. So honestly, you just have to play it. Just play it, do some of the side stuff, level up, and just go from there. Find your weapon of choice. I use two-handed like blades, and just go from there. Dylan, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here. How do I feel about the Total War series? I have a soft spot in my heart. Total War is one of the first PC games I ever played in my life. So I really like Total War. I don't play them all that much, but I do really like them. I'm from the Bronx, so nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I have like a thick New York City accent. I've never actually been in New York City. Niagara Falls is so far away from there. Niagara Falls is near Buffalo. But Buffalo Bills for football, Buffalo Sabres. I'm a diehard Sabres fan. I love the Bills too, but like hockey's like my thing. Even though I don't play it, hockey is my thing, and I cannot wait for hockey season to come back. Yeah, I loved Assassin's Creed 2. Brotherhood I think is my favorite. Revelations I loved. I know everybody loves Black Flag. I like Origins, but it's just not the same thing. Who has seen the Dragon Ball Super? I have not, but I haven't actually. Well, I know people are seeing it. I just don't know how it's doing. Oh, no. I did Top Chat this whole time. Please tell me I didn't miss any. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Go Red Wings. Oh, man. Detroit and Buffalo and Ottawa are all going to get better at the same time this year. So they should all be fun. And Cider is very good. So Detroit's really good. All right. Any last thoughts? Any last comments? I mean, like I said, I got loads of videos coming out on the weekend. Got the Gamescom live stream on Tuesday. It's going to be a blast. One quick favor. I know probably a lot of you guys are more of the diehards, but if you haven't followed me on Twitter or my second YouTube channel, Podcast Now Plus, would be helpful. Podcast Now Plus grows very slowly, but it's a dedicated group. So if you haven't subscribed there, try that. Fable, when are they going to show it? I want Fable right away, but I think Fable's like they'll show it probably next year. I bet you. Next Xbox E3/summer thing, that's when they'll show Fable. Bills winning the Yeah, Bills better freaking win the Super Bowl. They're almost out of their peak, so they don't have much longer left. Should we expect a lot of good games for Xbox? Yes, plenty. Plenty of good games all the way around. All right, guys, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the second channel, Podcast Now Plus. If you want to throw a couple bucks, I know the economy is tight, trust me. But we have Patreon. We have YouTube memberships. We have a tier for $2, a tier for $5 a month. If you want to do that, you get exclusive videos every month for those. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be back next Friday. I like these Friday live streams. They're a lot of fun. Keep an eye out for the Hogwarts Legacy Super live stream that we'll do very, very soon. And I'll hopefully see all of you guys back here for Tuesday morning, afternoon for Gamescom. That is the next time we're live streaming, and then I'll live stream again on Friday. I think we could get open world Lord of the Rings games. We should. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.